What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Bianconeri zone. And there is significant news because Tudor is getting a chance, for a season or for a couple of games at the Club World Cup. Who knows? Time will tell. However, he met with Komoli and he made his demands as he should. Everybody knows what I think about Tudor. I mean, long term, about where we're going as a club, competing with what we have in the league and the opportunity that popped up in the league, but maybe potentially a lot of things changing. He made his demands and he has every right to make those demands. Now, if he stands, those demands are not going to be matched by the club, he also should walk, in my opinion, because purely based on what he's demanding, which we're going to talk about. Obviously, you can see them on the screen, but we're going to talk about that. Before we do that, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, but especially hit the like button. Do that now, appreciate it. And let's talk about Tudor's demand to win, to compete/win. That's apparently what he said to Komoli. Okay, so he met with Komoli. Talks where you can have the job, for now. Prove me right. I don't want to say wrong. Prove me right. That you deserve this shot. And Tudor basically said, okay. However, I have 4 demands or 3 demands, but let's call it 3 demands. One is what I said a couple of days ago. I need a contract extension because the contract he's on right now is not a "we believe in you" contract. It's a prove us wrong, prove us wrong type of contract. That is not how you want to go into the season, trying to win stuff, trying to compete, trying to get better as a club. You don't want to do that in that way. Let's be honest. As a coach and even as fans, I want to be sure that whatever you're doing, you believe in it. Even if I don't believe in it, do you guys actually believe in it? Or actually, it might be even worse. I don't believe in it, and you guys as well do not believe in it, but are just going along with the ride and waste another season or a couple of months because then you sack the coach. So he has every right to demand a contract, a proper contract. Now, what I said in my intro, if he doesn't get that, then he's also, if he's the guy who I think he is, walk. Why will you take on this thing where you know that the moment it goes south, and it can be in early October, you will be moved on? That is not a healthy situation to prep, a season. The mindset or the things going through your mind being Tudor, that's not positive. So that's a valid demand he has. And I think if he actually will get confirmed, he will get a longer contract. It will happen. Now, that's one. 2, it's the most important thing. Is obviously signing. So according to the sport, he wants 4 major signings. 3 of them are a striker, a winger, and a center back. Those are 3 of the 4 major signings, and he wants to be a serious Scudetto contender. Now, Tutto Sport, if you read the article about the winger, it's like, unless Conceição stays, then obviously Conceição will do. Now, I refuse to believe that. I don't think he's a big Conceição fan. Also, when it comes to wingers, looking at how we played down the stretch, I don't see where he has a place for Conceição, if I'm being completely honest. We all watch Conceição in the Nations League, and when he has space, he can do damage. When there's not a lot of space, his head is gone. When he is asked, for example, to play behind the striker, his head is gone. So I'm a bit confused with that part when it comes to winger, and if it's Conceição, then even better. I'm a bit iffy when it comes to that type of reporting. But a center back, we need a center back. Is that Leone? I don't think that's the signing Tudor is asking for to compete. I think he will welcome Leone. But if you get Leone, we don't become a title contender because we signed Leone from Parma. So I'm assuming it's somebody else than Leone. And a striker, I'm assuming that's not Colomani or Jonathan David. I mean, right now, it's all pointing towards the striking force could be Jonathan David and Colomani. Is that good enough to compete? I don't think so. Even in the league, I don't. Yeah, Jonathan David, but we need to see, is he going to adapt to the Italian league? That's 1. And 2, Colomani is not that consistent. Like, he's done very well, but, the last 3 years it's not been that consistent. We need to be honest with that. And to bank your hopes on that, I think, is a massive ask. However, those are the links. We're not linked with Sesko. We have been linked with Gyökeres, but he's going to the Premier League, and that's about it. Osimhen is going to the Saudi because he was Juntili's target, and that's about it. So it looks like those are going to be the options. Now, are we going to be a title contender if we fulfill those positions? Who knows? I don't believe so, and that's not purely based on Tudor. It's also you're competing with Antonio Conte, who just won the league and is getting a transfer boost with Kevin De Bruyne, and he's signing other players. So, I mean, yeah, we need to back him, obviously, in multiple positions, but it remains to be seen what those like what type of players and which names are coming in to reinforce those positions. I think that's the most important thing. And then the last demand is additional support to the technical staff, which is vital. It is vital because when he came in, he didn't brought many of his people. A lot of the old guy, like the people there. Some of them stayed. A lot of left with Mota, but he brought in 2-3 people. I mean, that's not enough, obviously. So he needs help, and maybe he doesn't have a large staff. That means we're gonna need to give him help. Is that the fitness trainer from Real Madrid, Pinto? Who knows? Maybe yes, maybe no. We do not have a clue. But he's gonna need help, even when it comes to players. For example, apparently he likes Ndoni from Bologna, but he's gonna cost a lot of money. At that point, as a club, you need to sit down and be like, should we be paying 40 million for Ndoni from Bologna, or should we not be doing that? Should we pay over the odds to get Retegui because, well, we need a striker? I forgot about Retegui. Apologies. He's been linked with us. Should we be paying 50 million euros to Atalanta to get Retegui? Is that the player that can get us over the line? Is that the profile you need? Because we're spending a lot of money on these players, So, I mean, the demands are logical, in my opinion. They are warranted as well. If as a club you tell Tudor you can stay, then as a coach you can say, okay, but I need this, and this. Do you want to succeed? And as a club, you want to succeed, obviously, even though the situation looks a bit off. So the demands are very normal. Like they're very normal, they're very acceptable. But this is the massive but. Before the Club World Cup, I think we all need to know, yes, he's going to be the coach no matter what's going to happen at the Club World Cup. Because going into the Club World Cup with the news out there that he potentially can be sacked, even afterwards, that's just an awful start to whatever project we're trying to build, So, anyways, those are Tudor's demands. Do you believe that if he gets 4 major signings, so key signings, he can compete? Because he's adamant. He said it post game a lot of times, said I need 2-3 players and we can compete if the injury players are coming back and so on. But is that realistic? Do you believe, considering how the league is a bit shaping up with Inzaghi leaving and Allegri coming in and Sarri coming back? Do you think that's very possible? And what do you make of those other demands? Let me know in the comments. Like the video, and I will speak to you guys soon.